If you want your car to last 25 years or more, then stay tuned, because I'm going to show you how I got my quarter-century-old Lexus to last that long and still look so good. As you can see, this 25-year-old Lexus with its original paint job is still in pretty good shape. As we look under the hood, the engine doesn't burn any oil. The transmission still shifts like a dream. The AC still blows freezing cold. So how did I make this car last so long? Well, just basic maintenance. That's what it comes down to, and of course, buying the right car in the first place. As you can see, this baby was made in Japan. Made in Japan. And how did I maintain it? Well, change the oil and oil filter every 5,000 miles using pure synthetic oil. Transmission filter and fluid every 40,000 miles. And yes, they used to make them good. They had a dipstick for the transmission, a dipstick for the oil. I changed the coolant once every 7 years or every 100,000 miles. I inspected the fan belts to make sure they weren't cracked, and hey, it's 25 years old and it's now on its second set of fan belts. Now I use the original belts because Bando's the company that made them. They said Toyota, Lexus on them, right? But Bando's the company that makes them in Japan. You might as well buy good ones. Hey, 25 years, I'm only on the second set. They last a long time. Why waste with cheap crap that's going to break? Now, I do have to say the car itself was relatively lucky because it spent most of its life in Texas and Tennessee, so it didn't get all that road salt in the winter for melting the ice and stuff. Hence, the original paint job is still in pretty good shape, right? And the car's not rusted because it didn't live in the rust belt. Now, if you do live in a rust belt, get one of these undercar washers. It's got all the nozzles. You hook it up to your pressure washer. You can rinse the undercarriage of your car in the winter to get all the salt out of it. These things cost very little. They work fine. If you notice here, I have both a cold water tap and a hot water tap, so I can use hot water in the winter. Realize salt destroys cars. You want to rinse it off. You want to keep salt off of your car so it doesn't get corroded and be eaten up like when I was a kid growing up in Niagara Falls. Cars would have holes in them. The engines and trannies would work fine, but the car's bodies just fell apart and you had to junk them. Now, if you want your car to purr like a kitty and you take care of it like I did, you won't have to spend money on unnecessary repairs. And even worse, you don't have to spend money on buying another car. Realize the average car today costs $51,000. Could do a lot of stuff with that money besides buying a car or paying for very expensive repairs that you don't need if you took care of it in the first place. And there's a perfect example. Power steering fluid gets dirty over time. So it just happens to be time to change mine. It's been in there about 4 or 5 years, so I just stick this tube in to suck it out and I pump it out. Just keep pumping until it's sucking air. You can see, sucking air now. Then put in the right fluid. In this case, it is Dexron 3. O'Reilly works fine. You can see it says for use in Dexron 3. You don't want to use that clear power steering fluid. That's not made for this car. You want Dexron 3. If you're confused, just use ChatGPT for your car and say, what kind of power steering fluid should I use? And use that, and then just fill it up to the fill line. It's that simple. We'll just crack the cap, get a little funnel, pour it in. And you pour it in until it's this fill line on the bottom because it's cold. That's the cold mark, and that's the hot mark there. And if you want to do a really good job as the bells are toiling, suck it out, fill it up. Drive it around 15-20 minutes. Suck it out, fill it up again. And do that 4 or 5 times, and it'll get most of the fluid out. You're sucking it out of the reservoir, the rest of the system holds stuff, and that will keep it clean. Now, like I say, do it every 4 or 5 years, that's perfectly fine, because this is high pressure fluid. Power steering fluid on this thing can be up to 1,500 pounds per square inch pressure. If the fluid's dirty fluid is like a cutting fluid. The dirt acts as an abrasive, and it can destroy your power steering pump that costs a fortune, make the power steering rack leak at the seals, which costs another small fortune. So, simple thing to do. Do it once every 4 or 5 years. You can see, you can do it yourself. And then, when you find out what a power steering rack and a pump cost, you'll think, gee, I'm glad I only bought the $9 bottles of fluid and changed it every once in a while. Now this vehicle is 25 years old, so I have done a few things in it. I'm going to show you everything I've done. Now, to begin with, it is on its 3rd set of brake rotors. But that's not my fault or the car's fault. It's my wife's fault. She is a little too aggressive with braking. When we're going down the highway, if we're going 75 and she sees the car, I don't know, 1/4 mile down the road, sometimes she'll slam the brakes on. You don't want to do that. It warps them. Now, none of the rotors on this car wore out. They warped. Because if you keep slamming the brakes on at high speeds, that heat builds up. And then you'll find when you're going 55, 60 and you slam on the brakes, the steering wheel will start wobbling. Well, it's done that twice in its career. First time I did it, I put on new rotors, right? And then it started to do it again a few years later. So I thought maybe there was those cheap rotors. So I went out online, mind you, bought the original Lexus replacement rotors that were on sale on a Lexus dealership, and it only cost me $100 for 2 of them, so it wasn't too bad. Put them on, then a few years later, start shaking again. I had to get rotors again, and it stopped shaking. That's because she's too aggressive driving on a highway at high speeds. Me, I look, I take my foot off the gas, then she says, you're getting too close, you're getting too close. I don't get too close, I don't run into people, right? But if you're going to be an aggressive braker like that, you're going to find out your front rotors are going to warp quite often. And that's because generally about 90% of the braking power, especially high-speed braking, is the front rotors. And even though these are vented rotors, they're well made, you can't keep slamming them on highway speeds or they will eventually warp. And I also learned that if I use the Akabono brake pads, aka BONO, the Japanese companies, they're not as aggressive. Their ceramic pads are not as aggressive. They don't wear the rotors as much. So I put on the fancy Akabono pads, and it hasn't warped the 3rd set yet. But she's still driving the same, so, you know. And she is driving a new Camry most of the time. There won't be as much wear on the Lexus, so hopefully I won't have to change the rotors ever again.